For as long as humans have existed, we've gone to war. Ancient kingdoms fought for land, empires for power, nations for survival. Every war ends the same way. Countless lives lost, families broken, and societies changed forever. But what if war's impact doesn't end on the battlefield? What if it continues silently in the next generation? After major wars, millions of men never come home. Yet strangely, birth records show something unexpected, a sudden rise in the number of baby boys being born. Why would that happen right after so much loss? This mysterious pattern has appeared again and again throughout history, and scientists call it the returning soldier effect. In this video, we'll explore how war, one of humanity's darkest creations, might quietly influence who gets born next. You'd think that after a war, where countless lives, mostly male, are lost, the balance of the human population would be thrown off. Yet historically, we don't see huge collapses of gender ratios overall. Why not? Researchers noticed a phenomenon. During and immediately after wars, more boys are born than girls. That idea is known as the returning soldier effect. The idea traces back to Carl Dusing in 1883, who proposed a kind of natural regulation to restore the male population lost during wars. Later, in the U.S., researchers Brian McMahon and Thomas F. Pugh found that between 1945 and 1947, white births in the U.S. leaned more toward boys, with a peak around 1946, looking deeper and wider. Similar boy boom effects show up in different societies after major conflicts. There's no single, universally accepted explanation, but several plausible theories. Theory 1, survivor bias. Stronger soldiers return studies of British World War I. Soldiers noted that those who survived were, on average, taller than those who died, by about an inch. The suggestion, men who are stronger or healthier are more likely to survive war and return home. And those same traits might slightly favor fathering male children. Theory 2, maternal hormones. Maternal influence. Another idea is that it's not just the father. Conditions in the mother can influence sex ratio too. Some scholars, like Grant, argued that maternal testosterone levels might play a role. Women under stress or taking on masculine roles in wartime may produce more testosterone, which might skew births toward boys. Theory 3, timing, social and reproductive conditions. After soldiers return, couples often conceive quickly. Post-war baby booms. The reproductive environment, timing, nutrition, stress, even social factors, might shift the ratio slightly. Over millions of births, even a small deviation can show up in aggregated data. So, does the returning soldier effect still happen today? Well, modern wars look very different from the massive world wars of the past. Fewer soldiers are sent to the front lines, and technology now does much of the fighting. Drones, long-range weapons, and cyber operations. That means far fewer men are lost in battle, and the huge shifts in population we once saw don't really occur anymore. On top of that, social and reproductive patterns have changed. Families start later, birth rates are lower, and global conflict affects people in more indirect ways. So while the returning soldier effect may have shaped generations in the past, its influence today is likely much smaller, maybe even gone. But it still leaves us with a fascinating question. How deeply do history's events echo in our biology? The returning soldier effect is a fascinating and mysterious hint that human biology, war, and demographic balance are intertwined. Whether it's nature correcting after loss, biology shifting subtly, or some mix of both, the effect shows how fragile and adaptive our species is. Even if the world changes, the patterns of life still surprise us. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's hidden patterns. And I'd love to hear your thoughts.